Difference between ChatGPT and GPT-3. Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you the difference between ChatGPT and GPT-3. What are the main differences and how these models differ from each other? What are the different advantages and disadvantages of these models and how these AI help us? So let's get into it. Now we know that ChatGPT and GPT-3 both are powered by OpenAI. OpenAI is an AI which is giving us all of these different applications that we can use. So we can access ChatGPT by going to openai.com/ChatGPT, and then we can also access the ChatGPT 3. So these are two different models that we are getting. And what is the main difference between the definition of ChatGPT and GPT-3? Well, you can see right here that ChatGPT is a large language model that was developed based on the ChatGPT 3.5 language model. So this is actually a model where we can interact with an AI in a conversational way, and it's like a dialogue, and it provides us a human-like response. That's what ChatGPT is. And on the other hand, we have GPT-3. It is actually a neural network machine learning model that can generally relate any type of text by learning from the internet and training data. So that is the main difference between ChatGPT and GPT-3. Then there are differences in emergence, then we have functionality, we have capacity, we have capability and output quality of these AI. So if I take you to ChatGPT right here, you can actually create an account here and you can use ChatGPT now. So it's actually a really easy to use AI. It works in a conversational way. Let me show you how we use it. So you can open up a new chat on ChatGPT like this, and now you can ask it to actually give you anything you want. For instance, I want ChatGPT to explain quantum computing in simple terms. Now I will ask this question to the AI and it will give me an answer explaining everything in a human manner. And here we have our answer. You can see it's explaining quantum computing to me. It is a type of computing that uses the principle of quantum physics. And the answer is actually pretty impressive in very easy words. It's just like talking to a very intelligent person. Now, what I can do is I can actually ask follow-up questions. For instance, can you elaborate in simpler words? I can do that. Or I can ask it that what are the different formulas that I can use and how it works. So that's how we can actually go ahead and ask follow-up questions to ChatGPT. Similarly, I can ask it to write anything in a script, and then I can ask it to write a code for me. We can write codes with ChatGPT. We will be able to get mathematical equations. You can see it's writing a code for me right now in a JavaScript. And then it will also explain to me how this code works. Now I'm just going to copy the code and paste it wherever I want to. And you can see in this example, it's showing me how the code works. That is how ChatGPT works. Now, if I take you back here, you will be able to see that we have some of the capabilities given for ChatGPT. Remember what user said earlier in the conversation. So this is what ChatGPT will do. Allow users to provide follow-up corrections. So it will ask, I can actually correct the AI if it's wrong. Then we have trained to decline inappropriate requests. If there is any inappropriate request, it will actually decline it, and it has the sense that, okay, this is an inappropriate question and this is what I cannot do. Then there are some limitations to ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT may occasionally generate incorrect information. So there is a part where we have to be sure that the information is correct or not, because it can be false and it can be incorrect. Then we have may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. So it depends. For instance, you ask ChatGPT on how to maybe, play with fire. So it will tell you how to do that. It can be a little harmful because it's an AI still working, still in the process. So there is a, limitation that it can be harmful. And then we have limited knowledge of world and events after 2021. So ChatGPT was created in 2021. And what's happening here is that, so it has a limited knowledge after 2021. So you have to keep that in mind. So these are the limitations for ChatGPT. Then we have GPT-3 powers that next generations of apps. Now, this is actually basically created for, this is a neural language. So it's created for the apps, for the development of app, and it gives you different search conversations. Then we have text completion, and it will also give me the advanced AI features through our API. So application industries, you can see there are different categories, industries from productivity to education to creativity and games. It helps companies better understand their customer by using GPT-3 to provide useful insights from customer feedback in easy to understand summary. Using GPT-3 viable identifies themes, emotions, and sentiment, form surveys, help task tickets. It will help with live chat logs, reviews, and more. So these are all the uses for GPT-3 model. With ChatGPT, any person can go ahead and just write anything on ChatGPT and it will give me the answer. With GPT-3, I can actually help desk tickets. I will be able to actually identify themes. I will be able to check different surveys, results, and insights. So that is the main difference between GPT-3 and ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be used by a very commoner, a beginner, and then GPT-3 is for a person who's actually into development. So that is the main difference. If we talk about the functionality, again, GPT-3 uses vast amount of training data and deep learning technology to process up to 500 million words and numbers to produce human-like responses. So this is the functionality of GPT-3. On the other hand, ChatGPT gives us a human-like response in minutes, and it was developed specifically for chatbot and conversational system applications. It's a model to answer our question, and we can actually ask follow-up questions to ChatGPT as well. If we talk about the capacity, so GPT-3 is huge. The language model has more than 175 billion parameters and can produce 2048 token long-term content. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is considerably smaller in size compared to GPT-3. So that's like the main difference. Moving on, we have capability. ChatGPT, it's a conversation model. GPT-3 is superior in size and it actually gathers the data from different sources and information and then gives you a response. So it cannot hold a conversation, but it will give you a human-like response. We have output quality. The output quality of ChatGPT and GPT-3 ultimately comes down to a specific task and use case. So that's actually a main thing. If you're thinking that which one is actually better, if I ask, now it totally depends on what kind of question you're asking to ChatGPT and what kind of question you asked GPT-3. If it lies in their area, maybe one will give you a better answer than the other one, and it totally depends on the use case. So in general, we can say that ChatGPT generates higher quality responses to user input in a conversational content. And then we have, when it comes to GPT-3, it will give you a human-like response, but it will be according to the data that it got. So we can say that ChatGPT and GPT-3 have been making waves in the business community as well as in general population, and it is actually helping us to create applications. We can write codes with it, and it is making our life easier. So you can actually check out ChatGPT by going to openai.com, and then you will go to ChatGPT. You can create your account, and you will land right here. Very easy to use. And then you can also go to the GPT-3 right here. You can see, you can try it out too, and it will take you to GPT-3 and you can actually write apps using this AI. So yeah guys, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope that I was a big help, and now you know the difference between ChatGPT and GPT-3. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, turn on bell notification, and subscribe to YouTube channel.